Hi, Siddharth. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm doing well. How are you
Very,
doing?
very good to see you. It's been a year. For those of you who are those of you who are tuning into this is Siddharth Tirupati from Hyderabad. Uh, got recruited last year on the tennis team at University of Rochester and has completed 1 year. Siddharth, tell us all about it. Tell us your experience in the tennis team. Uh, just briefly share the recruitment
Okay.
and then of course the experience on the tennis team. How much did you play in the spring? How much did you play in the fall? What's the team schedule like? And tell us about URosh and the academics.
All right. Thank you, sir. So I'd like to start off by saying that before I started this entire process of applying to colleges and seeing colleges that were a good fit for me, I was very apprehensive on the whole because I was very new to it, and Case was amazing as a guide to help me find the right colleges to apply to, help me with the process. I mean, it was very new to me entirely, and I was going to another country for education, so I was super apprehensive about it. But it was a very smooth, streamlined process with them. Uh, you were amazing, sir, in terms of your guidance and all of the help that you had, that you gave me throughout. And then I finally got to college at Rochester, and initially I was very nervous coming into a new environment in terms of weather, in terms of people, in terms of a new coach, in terms of a new uh, academic and sporting environment. But on the whole, at the outset, um, I can say that I had a very good, incredible first year experience. Um, I made a lot of friends from all nationalities, not only on the team. I found my closest friends on the team for sure. But I made a lot of friends from all parts of the world, be it Africa, Australia, um, Europe, from everywhere. And it was very good to be part of the team. We spend a lot of time together. We do everything together, from go out and party to grind on the tennis court. You do find your closest friends on the team. So in terms of my schedule, I usually would like, you get to choose and plan how you want your schedule to be. So I like to get my classes done with in the morning, the first half of the day, say by 2 o'clock, and I grab a quick bite for lunch right after, and then practice during the first month of fall from September to October, and the entire spring from the first week of February to the third week of April is from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. And in the fall, you have team lifts twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you have to do them in the evenings. Uh, um, and usually in the fall, you have three tournaments to play, and they're all individual based tournaments, rather than the season as a whole. And in the spring, you have dual competitions with teams. So you play an entire team, and out of a team of 12 players, say, for example, 12 players, 6 players play on the lineup, the top six and three doubles. I've learned that doubles is vital to get a good head start, and you really, uh, the guys out there, they're all about energy and pumping the team up, the boys up. They shout like crazy after every point, and I always thought that tennis was supposed to be a quiet, sophisticated sport. College tennis is not. You have people shouting, the coach can coach you, he's coming on court, distracting you, people are cursing at you from all sides. So it's like it's a lot of fun, but it can be intimidating at the same time. You just have to maintain a cool, calm, and go do what you do out there uh, best. And in terms of uh, Rochester is a top D3 school in terms of both sports and academics, I can say. So the academic stress load and the workload that we had was a lot. Of course, I was taking very hard classes at the time. And next semester, in fact, I have to overload with my classes. I have to take 20 credits instead of 16.
Wow.
So 5 classes in total, plus you start applying for internships, and then the rat race basically starts off from your sophomore year,
Yeah.
right? And especially being an international, it gets a little harder for us to be recruited by these top firms in the end, as they have to sponsor your visa and your CPT or OPT. So on the whole, I can say that this entire experience of playing D3 tennis at uh, a very high level fosters an environment that helps you grow as an individual. Uh, I was a big procrastinator, and I can confidently say that whenever I did procrastinate, it did not help me. And I have learned and grown from there to not do that and make positive changes to my daily life over there.
That's very well explained, Siddharth. That's really thank you for that wonderful, elaborate explanation. And I'm sure students who listen to this will get a lot of insight. Uh, I mean, before I move on, I want to say something that I mean, of course, thank you for thanking us, but I distinctly remember you were very proactive during your recruitment process. Uh, and that's what I always, tell all our other students. I said, look, I can't create magic for you. This is all about you being proactive. And I
Yeah,
remember in your case, you were very proactive. You were at times, of course, we were setting up meetings for you with the coaches, and you were setting up meetings yourself as well. And you were yourself coming and giving me a feedback. Vikram sir, I've WhatsApp the coach. He's replied to me. I'm talking to him. You're updating me rather than me updating you, and a lot of times, and that's what made this whole process a lot of fun and successful. And really congratulations for that. You
yeah.
told me that you're doing a double major, so tell us about that. What are you pursuing?
So I'm a planned uh, double major in both finance and statistics. It's a Bachelor of Science in Finance, so it has a concentration in finance in addition to the core uh, business courses. I have a deep passion passion for financial markets and the American stock market and all. So it's right there in my field. And to complement that, I'm doing a Bachelor of Arts in statistics to really help me understand those uh, numbers and to crunch them at times, and understand how to compute them on a daily basis, right? I think the majors as a whole are doable. You just have to be at it and not slack,
Right.
because as soon as you start to do that, it's like it's a domino effect, right?
Yeah.
So one class that you slack in one day, one exam that you slack in
It
leads to
adds up.
slacking for the next one and the next one and the next one, and before you know, you have like a D in the class.
Yeah.
And grading over there as well is very strict. Um, a 4.0 is an A, a 3.7 is a A minus, and a 3.3 is a B plus. And the difference between a B plus and an A minus are 2 points or 3 points. So 89 is B plus,
Yeah.
21 is A minus.
Right.
So it's like so hard in terms of grading, especially. Statistics as a major, I haven't gotten to it yet. I plan to keep it for the second half of my sophomore year and my junior and senior year, because it seems to be a harder major than finance. There's a lot of numbers to it, and I want a good GPA during my first 3 semesters, as this is what I'll be applying to internships and jobs with. And the recruiting process for them is like it starts off very uh, early, because you have all these top candidates from these top schools trying to get these internships and secure these spots. Internship applications for the summer of 2024 are happening now, actually.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's crazy. It's just
It's
crazy.
competitive.
You're very, very competitive.
Yeah. And that's because you're in, one of the top business schools in the country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And what are the professors like? Are they helpful? What's the key difference that you see in teaching over
So,
there and versus India?
yes, sir. So one thing that I have learned is that you have to be the first one to go and ask. In that country with that education system, you have to ask. People appreciate when you approach them and you ask, be it a professor or a friend that you want to take out, you go and ask, right? And that's what helps.
We're not
Uh,
talking about dating right now.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
saying in general. I'm saying in general.
Okay.
But these professors really appreciate honesty, and they want you to come and ask them questions. And the moment they see that you are actually passionate about the subject and you are actually there, they will help you 100%. Professors hold office hours at least 3 times a week, twice a week, where you can just go and ask them whatever you want. You you have a lot of teaching assistants as well, who are students that have taken the class and who have got an A in the class. So these people know the subject, and in general, the teaching style of these professors are not conventional. Not a lot of professors, they teach right out of the book. Everybody has their uh, own way of trying to uh, exercise the subject onto you, and it's more through real life examples and scenarios through which they try to do this. um it's all about practical knowledge. It's all about how you uh understand a concept rather than memorizing it right out of a textbook. We don't even use textbooks over there entirely, but the material and the concepts are from the textbook, and the professors, they usually use that to teach us through real life examples.
That's very interesting. That's very
Yeah.
interesting.
But
Do you need to take an appointment with the professor, or you can just walk into the office?
walk into office hours, do you want to meet them outside that because there's um uh, a conflict with your schedule, you just mail them and they reply back to you very quickly. Of course, it's all like very soon, and communication by a mail is best. um in Usually most professors are very receptive to it and they reply very fast.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And what about the tennis? What difference do you see in the tennis?
In the tennis, I think
When you said that it's, of course, it's a team sport, and there's that whole American uh, exuberance, and
100%.
yeah. So in terms of playing style, in terms of competition, are you happy with being in a D3? You feel that you're being challenged enough? You feel that you've played enough tennis, enough practice?
100%. It's a lot. It's a huge commitment. It's definitely not a joke. Uh, we are better than a lot of uh D2 and D1 teams as well in terms of playing level. Um, our concept of college tennis is to be loud, is to be quick. So you start off with 3 matches of doubles. Each counts for 1 point, and 6 matches of singles. Again, they all count for 1 point. So whoever wins 5 out of the 9, they win the tie.
Yeah.
And it's very competitive. All of the boys that we play against are all UTRs 10 plus. So it's very, very competitive.
That's like D1.
That is D1, sir. Almost like all of these guys that we play, they could have gone to D1 schools if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And um, they're all very solid at the net and like very quick. It's a very helpful point to strengthen your uh, volleys and your poaching and your doubles game.
Hmm.
If you are a prospective student uh, going into college right now,
Yeah.
or starting out the process. In terms of our coach really pushes us to be better versions of uh, ourselves. Of course, you may not agree with every single thing that the coach has to say, but you have to come to a conclusion to have uh, a best of both perspectives. And that's the same with uh, any coach per se. But during the season, you have to be mentally fit and uh, emotionally fit as well, uh, physically fit as well, um, because the entire match can come down to just you.
Yes, you. Yeah. Yeah.
We had a couple matches that were closed out 5-4, and this guy was playing, and he he handled the pressure very well. But it's not easy when you have 20 people on the sideline
Screaming.
screaming, watching play, and knowing that the entire team's fate that night rests on your shoulders. But at the same time, you have to learn to use that as motivation
Yeah.
and make the best out of it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, it is a lot of fun. I found my closest friends on my team. I love my boys. Uh, we do most things together, be it on court or off court. It's just amazing to be part of a sports team because you already have a certain set of friends before you go into college. And I see so many other people struggling to make friends in college, but I'm very lucky to be part of a sports team like this, where I have this set group of friends who have taken the same classes that I have, who are experienced in the field, who can give you guidance, who can help you with homework. I mean, it brings an entire perspective to your life and makes things much more easier for you.
That's great. That's great to hear. Looks like you had a great first year and a lot of learning.
Yes, sir.
And I'm very happy that you found uh, I mean this whole process has been so successful for you, and it's
Yes,
something that I always tell other students as well. There's nothing like going and playing college sports because, like you said, you make friends immediately. You have an instant family, instant community,
of course.
and everybody's sort of helpful.
Yes,
And there's not, I know you're a real passionate tennis player, and if you're saying that the level is very good, and if you're saying that you're happy with all the tennis that you've found, and even with all the differences in terms of the cheering, shouting, support, whatever you want to call it, that's what makes it more fun.
yeah.
That's
Yes.
that's great to hear, Sid. Thank you so much for talking with us. Do stay in touch. Thanks so much, and wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you so much to
I
you.
do follow the team's matches on the website.
Yes, sir. That's great.
Yeah, and I do keep it, keep updated on what's going on over there. But it's
That's
good to hear
yes.
from you directly.